section immediately. Please avoid contact with the infected subjects. All survivors are requested to proceed to the biomedical section immediately. Please avoid contact with the infected subjects. All survivors are requested to proceed to the biomedical section immediately. Please avoid contact with the infected subjects. All survivors are requested to proceed to the biomedical section immediately. Please avoid contact with the infected subjects. All survivors are requested to proceed to the biomedical section immediately. Please avoid contact with the infected subjects. All survivors are requested to proceed to the biomedical section immediately. Please avoid contact with the
Purity 02 on course, set to arrive on schedule. We'll soon pass the target star. I'd give anything for Ignatia to be here with me, to see this majestic reddish-yellow giant. Such ferocity is beyond the confines of technology, and yet, to think how many painters have dreamt of mastering the array of color flowing in its flares. I talk too much. If First Officer Fyodorov heard me, he'd probably be silently laughing behind that veneer of his. He and I see the world differently. For him, it's all just a series of numbers, data to be sorted, categorized, and rationalized. It's what makes him a near-perfect officer. But Ignatia, she looked at things differently. What I wouldn't give for her to be with me here now. I finished sketching how I imagined this deity. Look at me, like some ancient relic. So few people use a pencil and paper to draw anymore. If it hadn't been for Ignatia, I would never have even tried it myself. It's been 9 years. In our world of advanced technology, I never expected that smallpox would become lethal again. Nobody did. 3 billion people. Phantaruk. A deity pieced together from the scrap heap of discarded religions. When the world turned its back on the people, they created a being to protect them and to avenge their ordeal. Ignatia spoke of it on many occasions. My wife wanted her to let it go, but I continued to listen, to lap up every last word. I was powerless. I sometimes wonder if it was supposed to be like that. Some kind of destiny, atonement for our sins. There was nothing I could have done. And here I am, an old man talking nonsense with a pencil in his hand. I don't know how to report this. After leaving the breach, I found my cabin turned upside down. Things were scattered on the floor and someone had tried to scribble something on pieces of paper, but hadn't got past the first few letters. I noticed a trembling figure in the dark corner of the room, one of the technicians working in the research section. What was his name? I asked him, but he kept saying that it's punishment that will reach us all. I wanted to find out what he meant, but he just kept mumbling about this punishment. His rumbling started to mix with pleas for help as he wiped the blood dripping steadily from his nose. I don't think he was aware, but blood was also dripping from his ears. I tried to help him get up, but as I went to him, the mercenaries that were there to guard the ship stormed into my cabin. One of them pointed his gun right at my face, at me, the captain of the ship. He may have been young, but you could see the readiness in his eyes. He was prepared to kill. Someone must have warned him that he may not have a choice. I didn't intend to give him a reason. They took the technician with them. I was told to keep quiet. Panic and all that. Standard line. But they forgot about the most important thing. The truth. They never mentioned it. This man, he was scared stiff. He had come to me, and I couldn't do a thing. I could only watch as they carried him away. I watched the same thing happen 9 years ago. This man came to me. The punishment that will reach us all. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm the captain. I'm responsible for these people. I can still feel the eyes of that poor man. Eyes that were screaming, "Help me, Captain." Eyes that stared at me helplessly as he was carried away. He must have thought I was the only one who could help him. Couldn't he see the gun pointed at my face? I tried looking up his details, but there's not a trace of him left on the system, nothing, as though he'd never existed. The crew haven't said a word. They've turned their backs on him. What was it that those eyes saw for them to just erase his existence like that? Those pitch-black pupils calling out "Daddy, help." I mean... and all that blood. Something was wrong with him, that's for sure. I pressed Marcus, my only true friend here, as hard as I could for information, but he wouldn't tell me anything either. Don't put your head under the axe. To them, it doesn't matter whether it's the captain's head or the average technician's that has to roll his head. Loyalty. He's chosen to be loyal to those who pay him. I asked him if the secrets of H+ were more important than friendship. He didn't say a thing. I may be the captain of this ship, but I feel like nothing more than a pawn being pushed around a chessboard.
Resetting the main generator. Backup lights will be switched off. Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 30%. Vital functions normal.
Today may be the beginning of the end of my career as the captain of Purity 02. I hacked into the database of the research section. Most of the data was encrypted, but I managed to gain access to some of it. A part of me still refuses to believe it. Mentions here and there. No specifics. A few pieces of information. Smallpox S387. The disease that killed my daughter and a few billion other people. Scraps of data. There isn't enough evidence. H Plus Corporation had to know something. All these years I kept asking God why this had to happen. Is this finally his reply? These fragments of the truth? From what I can see, a picture that is engulfing all of us. It's enveloping us and leading us. But I don't know where. Phantaruk.
Please remove the clone's clothing before initiating the procedure. Press OK to continue. Please let the clone complete the test. Are you a human being? Wrong. Press Are you a human being? Where were you born? Are you free? Who is your owner? The clone has successfully passed the test. Press OK to proceed to the marking procedure. The clone is ready to serve in the administrative quarters. Press OK to continue. Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 30%. Vital functions normal.
I've been having nightmares for the past few nights. I keep seeing Ignatia, but also those bastards. Why am I suffering so much? Talk to me. Talk to me, baby girl. Nobody here wants to help me. Fear is the sin that pushes them into the embrace of chaos. They don't want to know the truth and they won't do anything to find it. H+ took my daughter and as some sick, twisted payment, I got this ship. Maybe it was supposed to be this way. Maybe it's destiny. No. There's no proof that the corporation was behind the epidemic. Phantaruk. Chaos has taken away my family. Let chaos give me my justice. I demand it. You hear me? I have been idle for too long.
Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 30%. Vital functions normal. Why did you try to break into the research section, Captain? You do remember that this ship is owned by H Plus Corporation, and that they decide who has access to classified information.
The punishment that will reach us all.
Please cooperate with us, Captain.
Please do. I am the captain of this ship, so I guess you should be cooperating with me and answering my questions.
You overestimate the importance of your role. This is a research vessel owned by a private corporation.
The second officer here has clearly won your respect and trust.
It was decided in view of your past, your daughter's death, and the parting with your wife, that you were not sufficiently stable for clearance to access the results.
Stable? Am I sufficiently stable to be a captain?
Experienced enough. Nobody denies it. Please don't end your career like this. Leave the research section to us.
Do you really expect me to leave the fate of another couple of billion people in your hands, not to mention my conscience as well?
What are you talking about, Captain?
About S-387! Enough with the pretending. I know everything. All these people, my daughter, the punishment that will reach us all.
No, the punishment will reach only you. You leave us no choice, Captain. We are taking over command. You will be detained until this situation is resolved. Unauthorized. User unknown. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Authorization successful. Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 60%. Risk of body failure.
Marcus. He freed me. I didn't say much, and he didn't need to either. He promised to quietly take me to the sealed part of the research section. I have nothing to lose. They've taken everything away from me. My command, my wife, my daughter. Ignatia would be 21 now. She could have been happy, and maybe I would have been somewhere else. I have to make sure. I have to learn the truth about what they're really doing in the research section. The part of me refuses to believe. Doesn't want to believe that these people could be behind the smallpox that killed my child. It seems that even darker secrets are behind those armored doors. The look of that technician. I'll never forget those eyes. I'll kill them all if I have to.
Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 60%. Risk of body failure.
In a way, I understand why Marcus didn't want to tell me anything. It wasn't loyalty to the corporation. It was shame. It was shame that held him back. All these people. You could feel the pain of those creatures just by looking at them. H+ wanted to improve its clones even more. What I saw is beyond words. Greater pain resistance, advanced gene mutations. The last threads of humanity the clones had has now been taken away from them. There were rows upon rows of cylinders containing clones. Were they all intended for experiments? There were things in jars that I can't find a name for. Marcus says they call them brainy bugs. One of these abominations infected the technician who was caught in my cabin. Marcus says it was an accident. No, friend. This is chaos. The inevitable consequence of the evil that has nested here. Phantaruk. But where is the justice that was supposedly heralded by the chaos? Everyone is involved. The entire crew. We all have blood on our hands. Those who created this place and those who kept their eyes closed, pretending not to see anything. I don't need proof. They're coming for us, and we're not armed. Fuck this! I'm setting the clones free. Marcus! Damn it! My wound healed! How the hell? Marcus! Why did you do it? Get up, man! Why did you do it? Fuck! I kill you. I kill all of you. Punishment will reach you, I swear. Marcus, why did you inject me with... My wound? The bullet went through me, but there's not even a trace that it happened. You're all guilty. All of you. Marcus, you can't. Not now. This ship shouldn't even exist. This shouldn't have happened. Why did you do this to us? Total chaos. I killed the baby girl. Phantaruk. You're probably all escaping to the emergency capsules. So you want to protect your lousy bodies and crazy minds? Before you run away, look me in the eyes and tell me why it had to come to this. Ah! My heart! Ah! What's going on? God! It burns! Marcus!
Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 60%. Risk of body failure. Initiating trajectory change procedure. All capsules launched.
should have known. H Plus remotely disabled the capsule launch. A safety measure in case of an epidemic. We're all trapped here, and there's no escape. Ah! What's happening to me? My whole skin is burning. My bones. I feel something. I hear people. The clones are fighting against them. Oh! Chaos. Total chaos. This shouldn't have happened. I made a mistake. I could have plotted a course towards the Icarus. I'd rather burn all of this. The fire will unite us with chaos and justice. Ah! The people are screaming. No, they're guilty. Everyone knew and nobody did a thing. Phantaruk. The substance. Marcus saved my... What's happening to my skin? I'll kill them all!
Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 90%. Life at risk. Scanning initiated. Overall infection, 90%. Life at risk. Initializing sequence.